welcome back to another episode After Hours with the HABAs. We're here again with Ehab, Dr. Ehab Abdirahim, PhD. He's president and CEO of our brand, Greenwood Dental Partners. Today, I think you wanted to discuss the misconception about dental insurance.
Insurances, yeah.
And hopefully we can give you guys some hints, do and don'ts, as far as the dental coverage. So let's start with the biggest challenge or the biggest misconception of the public about dental insurance.
So the biggest misconception about dental insurance is a lot of people think that dental insurance is the same as medical insurance, that it covers everything and you have no limit to it. But it's actually the opposite. Dental insurance has a limit, typically $1,500 maximum for annual coverage, or $2,000, whatever it might be. And that's your max you can use for the whole year. In addition, there are various breakdowns for preventative diagnostic, which is typically covered at 100%, and your basic coverage, which are fillings, root canals, things like that, it's covered at 80%, and then crowns, bridges, the major work is covered at 50%. So not even looking at all the different types of dentistry that we can perform on a patient, they're not even covered the same. Not like, insurance. For regular medical insurance, you have a deductible you would reach. Once your deductibles reach, everything might be covered 100% if your plan covers 100% of anything. So this is not that way. It's actually broken down into like 100%, 80%, 50% on the basic, the preventative diagnostic, basic and major. But the real big misconception, and kind of people don't know this, is that first, the maximums for dental insurance of that $1,500 or $2,000 I was just discussing, it's been there for 30 years. So they didn't increase the maximums by much. They didn't follow inflation, nothing like that. So you have the same maximum you had 30 years ago, but you have to pay more for the dentistry now than you did back 30 years ago. So that's the big difference. I believe it's huge. Yeah. And then dental insurance companies are still, increasing their the costs for the employers and the employees as well.
Our cost is increasing.
Yeah. So your cost, a person could be paid like maybe $5 30 years ago. Maybe now they're paying $30 or $40. Well, your coverage hasn't really changed. It stayed the same. So that's something to kind of be aware of about dental insurance. And then the final thing is that I would like to discuss about dental insurance is in and out of network. Typically, they're the same coverage. I would only say 5% of dental insurances that are out of network are not the same as in network. But a lot of people think that if you go in network, you're going to get so much more coverage. It really is not true. And we do an insurance verification check and we make sure of this beforehand, but we would let you know if there's any kind of discrepancy, but with respect to your coverage in and out of network. But in any case, I think that's kind of the major things. I don't know if you had something else in mind that you want to talk about.
I guess one of the the most common question is, is it worth it? Should I keep my insurance? What do you think?
So if it's a private plan through your company that you work for, it's either free or it's a small amount of money. Again, dental insurance costs out of pocket for a patient, if they're paying a portion of it and the company pays the large portion, you may pay $10. It's very different than medical insurance. So somebody's medical insurance, you might be paying $200 biweekly and $5 or $10 or $15 biweekly for a dental insurance. So the magnitudes are very different. So I always say that if you can maximize and get like a high plan, so sometimes your company that you work for, your employer, provides a low plan, a mid plan, a high plan. I would say take a look at all three coverages. Try to maximize on the plans. Get the plans that work for you. Some people, like for me, my age, I would pick the high plan. Sometimes the younger people, in the 20s and stuff like that, and they want to pick a low plan. because they may not have any dental work coming up. They don't have any cracks in their teeth or anything like that. So for me, I have cracks in my teeth, so I would pick the high plan just to have that coverage for crowns and any kind of future work that would need to be done.
So I guess my next question is, how do we help patient? What is it that we do different than other offices to help the patient understand their benefits?
So I'll give you a really good example. We just had a couple of people from another office that worked in a completely different office, and the insurance verification form we have is so it's very very detailed. There's a lot of information on it that we gather. And I asked them, well, what did you do at your old office? They said, well, all we did was call and just check out their maximum and their coverage on, whether it's 180, 50 or whatever it might be, the breakdown, and that's all they got. And it basically says that, if you were to go to that other office, it's going to be difficult because, they're just going to say, oh, you're covered, and then you might get a bill later. So what we try to do is do our homework ahead of time, get everything, all our ducks in a row, and have all the information. And so when you come in, we can provide you the best of our knowledge with the information we gathered, and we're pretty good at it at this point. So there's not many surprises, but every once in a while there's a surprise here and there. But otherwise, I'd say 99% of the time, we're pretty much right on with that.
Yeah, and I think you guys try to explain it to everybody. We can never get it 100% correct.
Never.
And that's the challenge with the public, because they want to guarantee.
They want to guarantee. Oh, is this number that I owe guaranteed? And it's like it's an estimate.
Right.
I would be able to say guaranteed if I can get every single piece of information from the insurance company.
Yeah.
But they're not very good about providing the information unless you ask for it.
Yeah.
So even there are times we've asked for information, and the person on the other line who works for the insurance company would give us the information. I'd come back, something is rejected. We call back and they'd say, oh, yeah, they didn't give you this piece of information. Right. So it's like, oh, well, we just asked them that specifically. So again, it doesn't happen often, but it happens sometimes. Most of the time, again, 95% of the time, 99% of the time, when you're speaking to an insurance company, they're pretty good. But, things happen. They even miss things when they're talking to us.
So we do train on insurance verification.
Yep.
All our admin team members are trained to do that. We'll be able to call and get the information. But also, it's almost like we want to make sure that our patients are well informed, yes, but also at the same time, yes, we are running a business, make sure that we collect too.
Right.
That we're not stuck in the between.
Yeah. We try not to be the middleman for the insurance, but we try to be the middleman. We try to help and advocate for you. Mm-hmm. But again, there's only so much we can advocate. Right. Again, it's your insurance, so we can only ask the insurance company for information, but we cannot make them do anything. Typically, if there's something that needs to be kind of pushed through the insurance and we've tried everything, we would ask the patient, give them a call. Maybe they will listen to them, and it usually works. They usually do listen to the patient, but because the insurance is under you, it's not our insurance. You're covered by it, so you have more clout basically with the insurance company than we do.
Access.
And more
we're
access.
Very limited.
We're limited. Yeah. So all we can do is send insurance claims in, get payment back, and then
they don't want to talk to us.
You don't want to talk to us. But so anyway, that's kind of the basics of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.